Be that on the proposed closure of the civic centre that many of you will be involved in and contributed to. Be that in a number of times over the last few years we've had proposals to drop a big mega prison in Dagenham, and we've had tens of thousands of people involved in those campaigns. Be it on the proposed closure of Dagenham police station a few years ago when we mobilised those people who got that stopped. My principle has always been if there are issues around planning, the community should be involved from the outset. And involved and knowledgeable, and so that their views are heard. That's what people want, that's what I think they demand, and that's what this meeting is about, part of this consultation about some of these issues around this site here over the next months. Now, let's go back to how this all started. On the 14th of October, there was a big splash in the Dagenham Post, many of you have seen, about a proposed mosque on this site. No one has told me it's the local MP, right? We'd actually been involved for many years. We've had consultation meetings in this room about this whole 17-acre site and how we didn't want it when Sanofi or Rumpeleng or Mayor Baker or whoever they were pulling out, that this was just going to be a site for massive house building. We wanted to make sure this site was invested in economically for jobs, training and opportunities for young people and all the people across the borough. And we were determined that we were going to get a good package. So we have a package for manufacturing the future here, for jobs, for research, for community and sports facilities. And to tell you the truth, I was pretty much blindsided when I found out what I read in the paper. So I wrote to the council leader, I went and saw him the next day. I talked to the trust, the chair of the trust, to find out what was going on. To put it bluntly, I flew off the handle a bit, let off a bit of steam because the people weren't consulted or involved in any of the decisions. Now, once I started getting into the bottom of it, the facts started appearing about what was not happening and what was being said and wasn't being said in the community. And so I just want to start off with some basic facts. First, the story in the Dagenham Post was a leak of a draft minute about a meeting of the trust. Now that trust was about, and I asked the council about what was being proposed on this site in terms of a proposed mosque. And this is the formal response I got from the council. The trust have not received any proposals for any development within their car park area. In addition, we have not received any proposals for any development within the sports and social club ownership. The only development proposals we have received are on the former Sanofi factory site, and these are primarily manufacturing office and logistical space. Now, it turns out that there was an informal chat with a member of the trust, and I think someone from the council and someone from the Muslim community in Barking, about the possibility about putting a proposal together for the trust. And the trust board met and said that any proposal that came forward they would consider. And that's what the minute was, that they would consider any proposal that came from any group in the community should be considered by the board. And that's what the draft minute said that was sent into the paper. Now then the bomb goes up, right? That this community centre, this sports facility is being closed and a mosque has been put in its place. And it's done behind the community's back. But it was just, to me, it was not the case. And there were some elements that were ratcheting up this in the community and winding people up. And once we start to get to the facts, we can realise that there are 5 steps for any proposed change of use to this site. First, there has to be proposals submitted to the trust board. Second, the trust board then have to consider them and make a decision. Third, the council hold the freehold on this land, right? So they have a decision to give as freeholders to any idea. Fourth, there is then the planning procedures within the council. And fifth, there are the issues about the green belt. So there are 5 steps for any change of use here, right, or any development. None of them have been in play to date. There is no proposals as we speak today.